Again, these promotions are very bizarre. Ready for a callback? The woman from the previous
Whoa. Where do you think you're going, Humpty Dumpty? Get your ass out of the ring before my guy feeds you his titties.
When I got time, I'm stunning. Yeah, I do this in my sleep, it ain't nothing. I like the sex better when it's with the loving.
Bumbleclaw! If y'all been watching me for a little while now, you know how I feel about these men versus women fights, man. That's not how I was raised, man. I love all the women in my life, and I would never put a hand on them. And if I were to live in a world without women, I would kill myself, because I do not want to be in a sausage fest. Men are more physically capable than women. If you take a professional women's boxer and a professional men's boxer, the men's boxer will win. I don't care if anyone hates me or wants to cancel me for saying this, but I will say it because it is the truth. All right, and with that said, I'm Jay Hall, and I'm back again. And I also got new merch, link below. Let's get into the video now.
fight. All right, let's turn our attention to Poland, where MMA can, well, host any number of odd matchups. Don't get it wrong, Polish power is real, but the matchmaking can tend to a more obscure audience. When Piotr Lisowski met his smaller female adversary, things seemed a bit tense and largely felt wrong. This feeling was only exacerbated as the fight moved forward.
That man is barely a man. Come on now.
Piotr had a clear size and strength advantage that allowed him to fight from the outside, but when the distance was closed, he'd easily secure the takedowns. The end of the first round saw Piotr on the bottom with a locked-in inverted triangle. Round 2 begins and it's more of the same. This poor blonde girl just didn't have the attributes required to take on Lisowski. He took him down.
Why did she go in the ring? I just want to know. Why?
Once again in the second round and easily moved into the mount position. He then landed some ground and pound that warranted the referee's intervention.
Oh, this man said some ground and pound. He freaky.
Didn't end there. Yet another dolled up man
He barely looks like a man too, bro. This man look like a Ken doll.
took on a much smaller female later that night. He was able to make it look less competitive, although he might have been the least skilled on the card. A series of light but frequent punches urged the referee to stop the action almost instantly.
That man did not even know the first thing about boxing. You see the way he was moving? Bro, my 8-year-old brother could move better than that. And the girl still got her ass whooped.
Of seeing bigger men fighting women? Well, so are we. But there's a whole lot of it. In this particular match, we have a guy who may be 1, 2, or 10 weight classes.
Hey, that's my guy ice cream cone right there. Yes, sir.
With evasive footwork and excellent timing, she tries to make the most out of what she's got. As she tries to dance around her opponent, she's eventually cut off and pressed against.
That's all you gotta do, just run away from him. He's slow and fat.
Forced to have this gentleman's weight pressed against her, things are looking rough for this female athlete.
But once he starts to press his belly against you, that's when it's over, man. She gonna feel that belly of oppression. Women have been fighting oppression for decades just to get in a ring and be oppressed by a fat guy.
Referee eventually steps in and breaks the fighters for lack of action. Where she brings some technical striking and nice movement, this man's only using his size to press the action. He constantly presses her against the fence and wears on her. Again, these promotions are very bizarre. Ready for a callback? The woman from the previous video jumps into the octagon and attacks the forward-pressing man. Regardless, this man
She came out and didn't do shit. What kind of kick was that? That was the weakest kick I've ever seen in my life.
continues and actually ends up going the distance. The man known as Grigory Chestiakov won via decision. Shocker, right? This isn't the only instance of Grigory Chestiakov partaking in intergender mixed martial arts.
He is fat as fuck and slow. All you gotta do is keep running away from him. Use your speed to your advantage. Wear him down until he takes a nap, because he gets tired easily.
In this bout, we have a man taking on a woman in a backyard kickboxing match. While the setting isn't as high profile as previous entries, the bout may hold the most skill in this entire video. The girl sporting the Muay Thai shorts while her male opponent seems to be wearing Dickies, which aren't exactly known as garb for a kickboxing match. Regardless, the match begins and the action is immediately interesting. The girl does a great job jabbing and throwing leg kicks, moving her head off the center line as she does so. She shells up well whenever the guy tries to brawl with her. She seems to have formal training and a higher than normal fight IQ. However, the longer the match goes on, the more comfortable the guy becomes. He begins landing kicks of his own and finding his range. The longer the fight goes on, the more it seems that it plays into the man's favor. The girl's still in the bout by the end of the first round, but it seems that her cardio is failing her. The second stanza just picks up where the first round dropped off. The man's throwing combinations and landing a good amount of shots, while the girl's landing leg kicks, but they've lost most of their steam. In the most exciting moment of the fight, the girl goes high with a kick and lands hard enough to send her opponent's mouthpiece flying. The two continue to exchange in what is a pretty closely contested fight. This bout went all 3 rounds and needed the help of the judges to see who won.
That was some good sportsmanship right there. They seem like they're having fun. All right, let's go on to another sport, basketball.
Matches. But hey, if ladies don't mind, who are we to comment? Well, look at this clip where a man absolutely destroys his opponent in a man versus woman basketball match. Now, this man is simply not going to let the other guys expend their energy.
Ooh.
His dribbling's on point, and he makes a fool out of the ladies on more than one occasion. Just look at that deception. He literally had
I would have walked off after that one.
3 women jumping in for defense, and not one of them making him a decoy shot. We are Marines. Now, I've always heard that you need to be really tough to join the military. But apparently that still doesn't mean you let men and women fight against each other in any contact sport. In this boxing match from our soldiers in Iraq, we can clearly see who has the upper hand. The guy absolutely rams this poor woman.
You know what? She probably thought she could win. That's the thing with a lot of girls. Like, if you ask girls, like, could you take him on? She'd be like, yeah, I can do it. Until they actually do it, and then they really feel the wrath. You know what I'm saying? They feel the strength. They're like, oh, shit.
Who must have thought she was tough enough after getting into the Marines. However, the man has no respite. He lands a storm of punches that not only throw her off balance, but manage to tick her off too. So when the referee breaks it up, she resists as if she's going to do something. But when the second round begins, he simply annihilates her. I bet their commanding officer will seriously consider separate sporting events for men and women here on out. I really don't understand why everyone's booing the guy. Would they rather have him sit there like a duck and take punches? If anything, this is fair play.
I'm surprised she hasn't left the match yet. Hey, it's equal rights, equal lefts. I hate to see it, but it is what it is.
This man and his female counterpart are both players in the sport, but when they decide to test out who can better perform inside the pitch, everyone quickly learns the obvious answer. The lady and guy agree to do a head-on collision, but a quick taste of asphalt probably tells everyone that it was a bad decision. The woman charges into the...
No, this looks like some drunk friends. The girl was probably like,
you know what, I could probably tackle you.
and he's like, no, you can't tackle me.
No, I'm pretty sure I could.
No, you can't tackle me.
I'm pretty sure I could.
Man was like, all right, let's take it outside then. She went ahead and did it, and this is the outcome. All right, man, so let's skip to soccer. So we got a pro women's soccer team versus a teenage soccer team. Let's see how it plays out, man.
Age is just a number. Now, this is a particularly interesting one. These women are playing against teenagers. To be more specific, these are 14-year-old boys. However, the women are not just a random women's team, they're professionals. This is Zurich FC's female first team. The fact that
Ain't no way she let that get in the goal. He kicked that so slow. Did y'all see the velocity of his kick? It was like he was doing it in slow motion and she still couldn't catch that? Come on, man. Come on. Look at this kick, guys. This is unbelievable. Look at this shit.
This is Zurich FC's female first team.
She let that go through? They need to get a new goalie, bro.
They're losing so terribly against 14-year-old boys who'd otherwise be considered amateurs is absolutely devastating. Not only that, but these boys managed to absolutely outperform these women with a significant margin. And an absolutely phenomenal performance. I don't know if this is anything to be ashamed of, but if this was a men's football team losing to 14-year-old girls, everyone would be chanting poems of it on the internet.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That goalie's trash, though, no cap.
Teamwork. It's actually pretty sad that gender rivalries are being taught at even the more foundational levels. So this high school thought it'd be a nice idea to put 3 women against a team of 3 men in a mock basketball match. But what happens next is perhaps something none of those equality advocates probably anticipated. The guys' team absolutely manhandles the female team, giving them no chance at possession, and also destroying any hopes they had of victory. I mean, if this match was arranged in order to prove a point, then what point was it? I simply cannot see anyone learning.
Now, the thing is, it's usually the girls that wants to prove the point that...
Yeah, we can beat you. Like, we can do anything you can do. We can do it better.
And then they play the match, and then this is the outcome.
Anything about equality from this. In fact, it's actually pretty demeaning to these girls to put them in such a compromised position. Irrespective, we have to admit that it's pretty funny to watch. The guys simply seem to be having a good time, casually tossing around the ball and netting point after point. The girls, however, are giving it their all.
But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, man. Let me know what you think about men and women's playing against each other in sports. And with that said, I'm out.